might wonder why I'm standing in scrapyard, and that's because I have been doing my scrapyard weeklies, and I have enough coins here to get another Absolab piece. And I'm saying another because I've already claimed one, so this will be the second. Give me 2 coins. Shop. Scroll down to boots. Absolab night shoes for warriors. There we go. And how is the flame? 75. That's actually not bad compared to these gloves. These gloves have nothing on them. I have 1 rainbow flame. Go. 54. That's okay for now. So, I think the time has come, now that I have 2 of these, that I take off these gloves and these shoes. Because the 2 set effect for Absolab gives 20 flat attack. And the reason why I'm saying this, when I transfer hammer these gloves, only 16 of these 17 stars will actually transfer. And if you remember how much I ranted about how big stars are after 15, losing that 17th star means losing like 10 attack. So if I'm going to be losing 10 attack from these gloves and 10 attack from the shoes, I better be getting 20 attack in return from the set effect. So this is about the break-even point. This isn't going to be a damage increase for me right now. However, next week for sure, I might get a 3rd or 4th piece of Absolab, and then we damage increase for sure. But let's transfer for now. Gosh, transfer hammer scares me. I wonder if I killed my epic scrolls. I did! I'm very new to this. Seems I'll need more epic scrolls. That is unfortunate. This was preventable and I did not know how. However, 16-star gloves and 15-star shoes. I think other than that, it's time to move to Arif Conference Pavilion. I have a lot of voices to do today. I think there's like 8 voices. Like 8 important voices in Heroes of Maple. And it is hard to switch between a lot of different voices in the same scene, but here we go. Ah, yes. Make that 9 voices. I'm trying to remember the voice I gave to Afrien. It was very hard to do. It was like as deep as I could go.
Freud, my dear friend, I must enter a deep sleep to heal my wounds. I'm afraid it may be centuries before I reawaken. Once you fall asleep, I will truly be alone. Do not be sad, Freud. This is not the end of our friendship. You're right. Our descendants will meet again someday, although the man known as Freud will be all but a memory when that time comes. Do you think you could deliver a message to them for me? We made an oath of everlasting friendship. I will uphold our promise. Thank you, Afrien. I'm glad I was able to live my life with you in it. Now the tale begins anew, told by the descendants of heroes. It begins here, on Slumbering Dragon Island, where the king of the Onyx Dragons still sleeps. No slacking off. Damien has orders us to be on high alert. Sir, yes, sir. Looks like they're gone.
gosh, these animations have so much personality. Master, Operation Hide and Seek was a success. Speak for yourself. I can't move. Don't worry. My fire breath will warm you right up. No, fire breaths. I'm joking. Besides, you're just skin and bones. What kind of meal would that be? Act 1, Slumbering Dragon Island. The Cold Snap. Evan and Mir are too pure. Okay. Playing characters in the Heroes of Maple. You don't play as your own character like the Black Heaven. You play as this character, and you only get to use the abilities it shows here. And I believe you can't change the key config either. So, I have Jump, I have Blink, I have Wind Circle, and I have Dragon Flash. It's a blizzard. Be careful. I'm gonna wait until the snow recedes, and then I'm gonna bring Mir out. Nice, because Mir isn't affected by the freeze. Huh? A penguin in peril? Nice, get them all. You, sir, are a bona fide hero. That's a strange lizard you got there, buddy. You know, Master, I've always wondered what penguins taste like. Don't worry, he's just joking. Mir likes cheesecake more than he likes meat. Anyway, what's going on here? Those demons are from the distant land of Tynerum. What are they doing here? They conquered rain in the blink of an eye, and now they've found the place where Afrien sleeps. And that's exactly why we've come. Mir felt something was wrong because of his connection to Afrien, so something has happened to my ancestor. Are there prisoners inside? Yes, a pack of penguins and our friend Lilin. Alright, let's go. Well, say ancestor? Could the boy be Freud's successor? I think this is it. What do you mean by that? The way ahead is blocked. Oh, I see it. Up there's a cave. Well, I'm gonna fly. Alright, just carry me on your back. I don't think so. I can't carry you in this wind. You can do it, Mir. Have some self-confidence. I'll go on ahead and scout for the guards. Mir, no! No! You traitor. See if I ever buy you another cheesecake. Yeah, what was that tremor? Almost sounded like a cry of pain. Something must be happening to Afrien. I need to hurry. Seems like I have my own problems to deal with. Yeah. A wall of ice is nothing for a dragon master. Mir, how could you leave me alone like that? I could have died. Master, over there. Huh. It's a good thing we took the long way around, Master. I had no idea that the demon army would be this huge. I wonder if the Alliance is aware of this. I can't see a thing. Alright, let's press onward. This is a really interesting lighting effect that you don't see anywhere else in the game. I think something touched my leg. Something furry? They're just adorable baby spiders. What? Master, I think this one's its mother. Well, the usual tricks aren't working. Come down here and fight me, you coward. Mir? It's all over. Gonna die alone in a cave full of demons. No, there's no time to doubt myself. You can do this, Evan. Always look on the bright side. That's what Dad would say. I've been listening carefully. Since ancient times, people have lived within their station. It's like they say, don't feed the hand that bites you. I think you have that backwards, Dad. The point is, in this world, you have to know your place. If we farmers didn't do our job, people in the city would starve. Evan, dinner's on. I want to go on adventures, Dad. Do you know how dangerous it is out there? What if something happened to you? They say there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Sure, kiddo. Just like old man Higgins when he jumped off that barn because he thought he could fly. Maybe his advice wasn't always helpful. Anyway, I shouldn't rely on Mir so much. I'll go it alone for now. Mir will find me eventually. We're connected after all. And a dead end. Mir, what should we do? Right. How silly of me. Can I get over this blockage using magic? I can think of a better way. Captain, We've captured the troublemakers. And who is the girl? She's said to be the last of the Rain clan still living on the island. She looks familiar. You know you won't get away with this. Ah, I recognize her. This is Nineheart's brat's sister, no? She'll be very useful. Take her away. And with the rest of them, this ledge is as good a place as any to dispose of them. Oh, it's time. Who are you? Identify yourself. You want to know who I am? That's a great question. I don't even know myself. That's the line you chose? Good, I was hoping you brought friends. Oh, nice, Aran can fly too. Don't come any closer. Taking hostages? How cliched. Sometimes the most conventional strategies are the best ones. I agree. Divide and conquer, for example. Aran, how did you and your friends find us? When I heard you were in danger, I set off in a heartbeat. I brought my sparring partner. Hope you don't mind. Figured I'd show him how a real rescue is done. My friend's troubles are my own, but I wasn't expecting an assist from our good dragon master. I'm actually here for a different reason. I sensed that Afrien was in danger. That's right, we don't have time for this. Mare! Master, there you are. Glad you're okay. We have bigger problems right now. They found Afrien already, and they're trying to corrupt him. Corrupt? Will you be alright by yourself, Lilin? I know these caves like the back of my hand. I'll sneak the penguins out to safety. Sounds like they're on to us. Good. They'll have time to say their farewells. Lead the way, Evan. What, me? Yes. Mare can show us the way, right? Time is short. We must tear through the enemy ranks and free Afrien. Right. Follow me then. Legends say that when the heroes who sealed the Black Mage away reunite, they would save the world from peril once more. Maybe this chance meeting is no coincidence. Tap. Forward to victory. Let's see. Yeah, you do have this. Key configure's a little weird, but yeah. It works for exactly what I want it to. Seriously, she never changes. I love that she and Aran became friends. When Aran wakes up from the ice, she has no memories of her past. She doesn't remember herself or anyone. And Shade, who does remember everything, is not remembered by anyone. So when Aran and Shade meet, it's like nothing ever happened. Aran doesn't remember anyone, so Shade is no different. And Aran is like, let me introduce you to my new sparring partner. And Shade is like, let me introduce you to my old sparring partner. I love these two so much. Master, the spider's back. Oh no. A spider. Whatever shall we do? Shade, leave it to me. You knock him down and I'll cut him up. They're trying to protect their mother? What are you waiting for? Strike them down. They're only children, Aran. There's no need for that. Can't you see the markings on the mother's forehead? The mother is being manipulated by an evil power. That may be the case, but her children bear no such mark. The corruption will take them in time. They may try to take their revenge when the odds are against us, or block our escape. These creatures are no more threat than any other wild animal. Enough! We don't have time to argue about this. Evan, you make the choice. You're our tiebreaker. I tried to fit in a line and she just said it. I'll agree with Aran here. You make the choice, and I'll support it. Let's spare them. I'm proud of you. Mercy is the mark of greatness. I don't know if this is the right choice. There is no right answer here. All that matters is that you don't regret the choices you make. Afrien's close by. I'm afraid of what we're going to find. Afrien needs us. We have to press on, no matter what's waiting ahead. Afrien? This is unforgivable. Afrien, open your eyes. I'm here.
Have you come at last, O descendant of Freud? And you, the last heir of the Onyx bloodline.
Sister.
There is no need for tears. I am not dead.
He's badly infected. He's already beyond saving. Aran, this is not the time. It would be dishonorable to lie to him. A proud dragon like any warrior deserves to know how they'll meet their fate.
You are right, Aran. I am most aware of my condition. But you need not fear. I will not allow myself to become a puppet to their will. I will end things on my own terms before it comes to that. We have not much time, so listen well. The reason I still draw breath is because I was waiting for the Master of Dragons.
You mean me?
I have something for you, young Evan. What I share with you now is a piece of Freud, left in my care for an occasion such as this.
Can you hear me? That voice. I see. At long last, my descendant has taken up the hero's mantle. Are you Freud? But how? I am indeed. It's simple, really. I bestowed upon the symbol of my oath with Afrien a small piece of my spirit. There's so much I want to tell you, but time is short. Afrien shares my message with you now, because the world is once again in great danger. The Black Mage's army will soon claim the World Tree. But there's a way to stop him, something I prepared long ago. Are you talking about the Seal Stone? No. In some ways, it's more important and dangerous than the Seal Stones. Only you, my successor, can find it. Only me? Why though? All will be clear in time. I don't understand. I need more to go on than that. There's a place you must go. I'll show you the way. Remember this, Evan. You are not alone. If, as I suspect, my friends are still alive in your time, they'll undoubtedly help you in your quest. Your friends? My dearest friends. The 5 heroes that helped me seal away the Black Mage. You can at least trust them, if no one else. I'll be waiting for you.
I know not what Freud said to you, but I do know that the message was of utmost importance. That is why I have been able to hold on for centuries.
Ancestor, why are you talking like this is the end? You're the most powerful Onyx dragon. No, the most powerful dragon to have ever lived. You can get through this.
And what's this? Who are these flies buzzing around my prized possession?
You.
Damien, commander of the demon army.
And why have you done this to Afrien?
It's pretty simple. The deeper his corruption grows, the stronger I become.
You would do such terrible things merely for power? Only the strong survive in this world. Weakness might as well be a sin. Don't you know that? It was you humans who taught us that hundreds of years ago, when you drove us from our homes. I have to say, I'm impressed, Dragon. You're the first to hold out for this long. Afrien is an Onyx dragon of great pride. He's not some puppet for you to collect.
Is that so? Well then, proud dragon, I have an offer you can't refuse. Strike these pests down, and I'll grant you a new life to your old bones. You can live for an eternity as part of my glorious army. I refuse.
If words don't get through your thick skull, Maha will!
How disappointing. I can do this with one hand.
There's something strange about that sword.
And to think I was actually looking forward to this. How disappointing. Everyone. Thank you for keeping me company in my last moments. And you, Damien. Did you, a mere demon, think you could break the will of the Onyx King? You can take my life. However, you can never break my will. I will join you, Damien, in obliteration. Mir, I'm so very proud of you. Freud, my old friend, I kept my promise.
Where are we?
Afrien used the last of his power to teleport us here.
The last of his power? Then
He did what he had to in order to protect us from Damien.
we have to go back.
Evan, think rationally. If we don't escape this place, then Afrien's sacrifice will have been for nothing.
I can't feel Afrien anymore.
The cave is collapsing. We must leave now. There's no time to mourn. Let's go!
Well, if ice is blocking our way, I will never be buried in ice again!
I think we've made it to safety. The demons. I'll make sure they pay for this. I'm sorry, everyone, if I had trained harder.
Feels like I'm suffocating. I'll never forgive that demon.
A dragon's pain is his master's pain. You're bound to each other by the strings of fate.
I don't get it. What message could have been so important for Afrien to endure centuries of pain?
Afrien never gave in, even to the very end. There are those who serve as beacons of light for others, simply by the way they live their lives. I, Afrien, the king of the Onyx Dragons, hereby swear my eternal loyalty and friendship. I shall see that you never stand alone. And I, Freud, hereby swear my eternal loyalty and friendship with the Onyx King. I will stand by your side until time tears us apart. Until time tears us apart. Evan, Mir, that is who your ancestors were. When the rest of us wavered, those two never lost hope. I don't know if I could do the things that they did, but I can't stand by and do nothing. You aren't alone in this. Thank you. But the three of us won't be enough. Mercedes, the ruler of elves, Luminous, the magician of light, and Phantom, the master thief. I'll reunite the heroes that sealed away the Black Mage. In the name of Freud. And just how long do you plan to resist? I've told you before, you'll never be worthy of my power. And still you use that arrogant tone. I wonder how much longer you'll be able to keep that up. You poor child. You watch your tongue. You've already crossed the line. They won't stand by idly anymore. Oh, I'm counting on that. You provoked them intentionally? Prey are easier to hunt when they're in the same place. This is just the beginning. Several days later, in the skies of Arrive. Act 1.5, Reunion. Welcome aboard, Evan. Thank you. Mir rarely lets me ride on his back. Master, you're heavier than you look. Transporting you myself would take forever. Transport? Don't talk about me like I'm luggage. You're the Dragon Master, all right. Never seen anyone joking around with a dragon before. So, where exactly am I taking you? I love that you get to choose these. Who do I think is the most likely to join me? Probably Mercedes, the ruler of elves. Elul it is then, home of the elves. Elul, land of the elves. Hundreds of years ago, a curse froze the land in time. The queen of elves returned, and yet the curse remains. We may have been able to escape the ice, but the children are not so resilient. Welcome back, Your Majesty. The children? They still sleep, I'm afraid. I gathered more leaves of winter. Do you think maybe these will help wake the children up? This is all my fault. Please, do not say that. No one here blames you for your decisions, Your Majesty. I thought the world would be at peace if we defeated the Black Mage. But my decision ended up putting all of our people in danger. Mercedes! You're here. You have a guest. A guest? Wow, Master, look at all these weird fruit. I knew that elf food was so different. Behave yourself. We're here to meet the queen. Right. That boy. He looks just like Freud. We can talk here without interruption. So, why did you come here to see me? Let's get to the point. I'll get straight to the point, Mercedes. We need your help. I see. Freud.
fought many battles in the lands beyond Elul since awakening from the curse, hoping to find a cure for my people. But after all this time, they remain trapped in the ice due to my selfishness. It is my duty now, as ruler of the elves, to look after my people. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Looks like Mercedes is reluctant to help. How can I change her mind? Helping us is what's best for your people. You want to free the elves from the curse, right? Then there really is only one way. If we stop the Black Mage once and for all, then maybe... You know where and when to meet us. I hope to see you then, Mercedes. Strange. His speech and behavior are completely different, but I see a piece of you in him, Freud. It's decided then. I'm not the type to stand by and do nothing. I think Luminous is going to be the hard one, so let's go see Phantom, the Master Thief, next. You might find Phantom in Megacia. Word is he sent out a calling card warning that he'd be coming to steal the Jewel of Megacia.
This one's going to be tricky.
There he is. It's Phantom. Wait, did he just... Could have sworn he came through here. Are you sure about that? I'm sure of it. He can't be too far if he still plans on stealing the Jewel of Megacia. At this rate, we could search all night and not find him. I don't think anyone around town's gonna know where the Master Thief is, but maybe we could hide nearby and come up with something better. Wait, isn't Phantom a master of disguise? Didn't that man back there have a suspicious hairstyle? Mirror, you're like a detective! Let's interrogate him and find out. He's gone. Mirror, now, attack him before he escapes! Got it! You're not Phantom! I'm so sorry. And my dragon is sorry too. The real Phantom would have dodged that in an instant. Anyway, do you know where Phantom went? Maybe we should try looking in this direction. Huh? Master? Where'd you go? Is this payback for before? That man was not the imposter.
Now what? This kid's a pain in the neck.
Phantom, why are you running away? I have something really important to discuss with you.
It better be important. I was planning to show Megacia a night to remember.
There are more important things at stake right now.
I see. Freud. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Freud believed this isn't a problem that I can solve on my own.
He's right. An impossible task for you to accomplish alone.
Then you'll help us.
No, that's none of my business.
But
I appreciate that you want to carry out Freud's will, but that's your responsibility. There's no reason to get me involved, right? After all, I am simply a thief.
I knew I'd have to convince him, but this isn't gonna be easy.
Why should I be interested? Give me one reason.
We do need him. How much does he really respect Freud? Is he logical? He could be chaotic, I'm not sure. I don't know him as well as Freud. Maybe Freud did know him best? He came to Freud after the death of Empress Aria. Maybe that's the way to go. Look, I know you prefer to work alone, but hundreds of years ago, you fought alongside the other heroes under the leadership of Freud. I may not be as great a hero or a dragon master as Freud was, but the world is in danger all the same, and I have to do something. I don't know your reason for fighting before, but nothing has changed except the face of the enemy. Or, I guess, the face of the enemy hasn't changed, but rather my face has changed. Look, I can't make you join us, but you know where we'll be. I hope you'll decide to help us.
I've only met one person as stubborn as that boy. At least we won't be bored for a while, right, ladies?
Hope you're not planning on blowing up the ship again, Captain. Be nice to know in advance this time, boss.
Ladies, have a little perspective. You have to bet big to win big. Sir, the ship is ready to get underway. Will you be returning presently? Not yet, Gaston. I still have matters to attend in Megacia. Of course, Master. Mustn't let a great treasure go unstolen, of course. It's simpler than that. I promised Megacia the heist of a lifetime, and I never break my word. Reuniting after hundreds of years. I don't enjoy working with others, but I'm curious to see Freud's ace in the hole.
Okay, so I'm not sure about that one, but maybe it was 2 or 3, maybe 4, this could be doable. Not so sure about Luminous though, but gotta try. Here we go. There you are. Luminous, wait.
Our discussion is ended.
Our discussion literally hasn't started. Look, you gotta join us.
I do not agree with Freud's methods. I will deal with the Black Mage and his minions on my own terms. But let me be blunt. Freud's plan is a fantasy, and fantasies cannot be relied upon. First, he prophesizes some vague future disaster and provides no signs to know it by. Then, he suggests that we merely reunite with our peers of old. Victory is somehow assured in absence of a plan. And finally, and perhaps most criminally, he entrusts the task to an amateur such as you, our new would-be Dragon Master.
I'm as much the Dragon Master as Freud was. We were both chosen, and I never asked to carry the mantle.
It's said that the Onyx Dragons grow with the might and capability of their owners. Compared to Afrien, Mira is but a hatchling.
Look, you're right, but you're a jerk.
So tell me, you who are asking all of us to put our lives in your hands, what do you have to offer this proposed alliance?
Different isn't bad, sounds good. Maybe we have more room to grow, all of us? I'd rather not try to step forward here with calling him out on hypocritical behavior. I really like room to grow, but I'm not sure if that's what he wants to hear right now. I think that difference isn't bad. Luminous, I'm not Freud, but you said it yourself. Freud wasn't perfect either. There are things that Freud was better at than me, but the reverse is also true. Would Freud have chosen me for this mission if he didn't think that I could handle it?
Moving words, but words is all they are. Look around you. Freud wasn't perfect, but I did at least trust him to know when he was being followed. Did you even notice when the trap was sprung? I won't deny your place as Freud's successor. You are the master of an Onyx Dragon after all, but don't think for a moment that you can take his place. Now, it's about time you head back.
Lumi?
Lania, I told you to stay inside.
Oh, is that a dragon? You didn't tell me you were expecting guests. Hi there. Are you Lumi's friends? Lumi? She just called him Lumi? Oh, you must have come a long way. Come in, come in.
There's no need for that, Lania. In fact, they were just leaving.
Lumi, do not be mean. It's been a while since we've had visitors. Lania, Luminous, be quiet. This is my house, and that makes them my visitors. Now please, come inside. Excuse me, Lumi? How rude, Lumi. Luminous, what are you doing this late at night?
Looking for what Freud left behind. He said it was more important than seal stones.
If you're so curious about it, why don't you help Evan? We had interesting guests this morning. Both Evan and Mir seemed very good-hearted.
Good intentions alone don't make them a good magician, Lania.
Luminous, do you dislike Evan?
It's not that. Freud was the only magician I could never keep up with. His shoes are not easily filled.
You say that, but you've already decided to help him, haven't you?
I have little interest in fighting alongside that petty thief again.
Was that what kept you?
No, the biggest problem is leaving you behind.
But you'll be back soon, right?
Yeah. I'll strengthen the barrier before I leave.
And I'll pack your lunch. I love so much that Luminous has a wife in this game. It's not just like some girl he fancies, like they're just a married couple, and I love them so much. Set a course for a reeve.
We were able to quickly address the situation thanks to your report, but above all else, I thank you for saving my sister. Lilin would still be held captive if it weren't for you and your friends.
And what will the Alliance do now?
I'm sorry about Afrien, but if we are to minimize the loss of life, we must avoid a full-scale war at all costs.
I understand.
So, where will you go now?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I can't tell anyone who isn't coming with us. That's right. Afrien risked his life to keep this a secret.
I see. If one happened to be traveling somewhere hot, it would be a good idea to bring a sufficient amount of water.
What makes you think we're traveling someplace hot?
To a watchful eye, there are no secrets. Learning of your aims would be no more difficult than discovering which documents you access from Arif's library. Your opponent is not to be taken lightly. And if I was able to discover your plans, the enemy can too.
I'll keep that in mind.
I hope you find what you're after. You're as strong as I expected, to crush so many in a single strike. On whose authority do you trespass upon my family's land? I know that you're a demon, though I have not sensed among even the purebloods an aura as powerful as yours. Damien. Brother. You're alive. Do my eyes deceive me? I don't deserve to see you. Not yet. Mother's death all those years ago. It was my fault. On that day, you're the one who destroyed our home. Centuries ago, after you left us to fight in the war, our home was attacked. And on that day, my power finally awakened. It was still nothing compared to yours. But Mother was caught in the blast. Stunned. Helpless. We don't need to suffer any longer. I'll make everything the way it was meant to be. In your pursuit of power to undo what happened to that day, you swore your allegiance to the Black Mage. Listen, I know I have no right to say this, but join me. Fight by my side. We'll bring Mother back, and we'll create a new world for the demons alone. Together, you and I. We're both bound by shackles of the past. Brother, you must stop this foolish crusade, Damien. I can only imagine the pain you've been in, shouldering your guilt alone. Accepting the Black Mage's power will only lead to ruin. This is no way to honor our mother's memory. What are you saying? I served the Black Mage because I once shared his goals. Never did I covet that forbidden power. Of course, you never had to. You were born with power, those wings of yours. Damien, there is no sin, nor shame in weakness. Do not let your guilt lead to... I'm not weak anymore. Listen to me, Damien. What happened to Mother was not your fault. Her fate is as much my fault as the fate of our peoples was yours. Do you even know the humiliation we went through after you lost the war? All of our people were exiled from Leifer because you helped the Black Mage. They sent us to Tynerum. You remember the stories, don't you? The only law of Tynerum is the law of might. The right to live is proven through strength. We suffered at the hands of our own people. We were beaten and whipped daily, forced to work until our arms and legs wouldn't move. Anyone who got sick was cast aside like trash. And I'll take responsibility for that. It is my responsibility to make things right, not yours. You're wrong, but I'm gonna make it right. I'll do what you never could. Listen, Damien. The Black Mage's corruption will destroy you. I don't care if my body breaks. Damien, correcting the mistakes of the past is my burden, and my burden alone. I beg of you. Brother, this is the only way that I know how. It's not too late. You can stop this. No, it is too late. This is the only choice that I have left. You know the rules of our people, and this war is my fight. Stay out of it.
We're here, Mirror. Whatever Freud left for us to find is hidden somewhere in this desert. The treasure of Abraxas, the watchful god. Looks like nobody's here. Maybe they're running late. But Master, it's way past mating time. I at least thought someone would show up. Did I do something wrong? Maybe I'm not qualified to be Freud's successor. We'll go alone and prove ourselves worthy to be Freud and Afrien's successors. Yeah, maybe that is the way to go. Don't lose hope. I'll eat you if you say something depressing again. Abraxas, the sanctum of prophecy. So, where is this ancient ruin, Master? I think it's one of those you know it when you see it kind of things. Master, did you get shorter? I've always been this short, Mir. Master, I'm positive you're getting shorter. Talk about deja vu. Where am I now? You know it when you see it. Think that a place like this is hidden under the Nile Desert. We may be the first visitors to this place in 100 years. Abraxas, the watchful god. In the beginning, all things were animate. the stones, the trees, and the wind. There existed 365 gods inhabiting 365 creations, and they lived according to their own 365 laws. To bring order to the world, a compromise was reached. All of the world would be governed by the same laws. The laws of light, life, and time. Same as the transcendence of this world that we know today. And in this world, the 365 gods dwindled in power and were ultimately forgotten, save for one, Abraxas. It was Abraxas' duty to watch over the graves of the primal forces that came before. Wow, Master, you suddenly became so smart. You're almost like a real magician now. Stop it. Wait, I am a real magician. I love little dialogue between friends. It's hard for me to read while I'm attacking stuff, but it's so funny. Look, Master, a door. Must have been my destiny to behold this door. It's a pretty big door. The door is not budging. You can hit the door harder than that. It was our destiny to behold this door. Master, is that a door too?
You will pay for trespassing upon this hallowed ground.
Don't worry, Mirror, we've got this. Its fists are as big as you are, Master. It's because I'm small, but it also means I'm less of a target.
By order of the king, I guard this sanctum.
King? You mean Aswan, the lost king?
Though the kingdom has turned to dust, the king's authority is eternal. You cannot defeat me with your pitiful magic.
I am Mercedes, ruler of elves. Do you dare challenge my authority?
You hold no authority here.
Your loyalty is admirable, but you leave me no choice. I'll just have to take you down. I wish I could mix and match combos, but you're only allowed to use them in the specific order that they provide. I'll give you one last chance. Will you let us pass?
I cannot.
Then I have no choice but to destroy you.
I am not afraid to face my fate.
Wait, you're the gatekeeper of this place, not some mindless monster, right? If you're the gatekeeper, then you can grant me permission to enter. What do I have to do? If this is Freud's test, then I want to pass it.
What did you say, boy? You know Freud, the Dragon Master?
I'm his successor.
To think after all these years. Very well, child. I will let you pass, but only if you answer this riddle.
Let me guess, it's one of those classics. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon?
Wait, stop. No, it's a different riddle. Just give me a moment to think of a new one. What is long in the morning, short at noon, and long again at night? Let's just say the answer.
Shadow?
You are correct. What a wise boy you are.
Thanks.
You enter with the permission and blessings of the Kappa, the gatekeeper.
Right. See, that wasn't so hard. Mercedes, wait up. I want to make something clear before we proceed. Just because Freud was our leader doesn't automatically mean that you are. I don't take orders from you, and I'll keep that in mind. I don't remember you being this unprofessional, though. Are you always like this outside of town? Does my saying that hurt your pride as the Dragon Master? I'll keep to myself. You're sort of humble. Perhaps you are his successor. Sorry. I think I'm just angry that I won't see him again. Forget what I said before. I'm looking forward to working with you. The same here! Yeah! There are likely to be traps here, so... You just stepped on one, didn't you?
Mercedes, you haven't changed a bit.
Phantom!
You really ought to learn to watch your footing, child. Hey, Luminous. Want to wager on who can defeat the most monsters? I have no interest in your childish games. Focus on the monsters in front of you. Reflection. Disappear.
Glad to see they still work so well together after all these years.
A bit rusty, are we? I suppose you're still trying to remember how this whole hero business works. You may follow my lead if you like. I defeated more monsters than you did. So you were keeping count. Good children don't tell lies, Luminous. And I was counting. I felt the last monster. Your opponent was vanquished by my reflection. And by that logic, my carte noire took care of at least 3 of yours. I'm done with this. All these years and you haven't changed in the slightest. That's funny coming from you.
They really don't get along, do they? Thankfully, saving the world doesn't require us to get along. How long is my list now? Yeah! Let's go, Luminous. Look over there. That's a huge engraving. The 3 circles represent light, life, and time. I think it's the depiction of how the 3 transcendents maintain balance in the world. Going up is not your specialty. It's mine. It's the depiction of the transcendent of light's transformation into the Black Mage.
Step aside. Now this one I recognize. It depicts the sealing of the Black Mage.
It blows my mind that I'm standing right next to the ancient heroes of said legend. Poor Shade. At least he's still on here. It doesn't glow anymore. Strange. Looks like the lower right corner was damaged.
It is quite old after all.
Yo, that trick still works! I can still, instant rise with Mercedes if I hold down. I used to love these puzzles when I was little. This one's not from the past. This is the future that Freud saw. The future was murky, but there was one clear revelation among the haze of possibilities. As the final battle approaches, the unshackled wolf will devour the world tree. Everyone be on guard. I hear footsteps.
Huh? How many?
A lot. We should hurry.
I don't believe there are any monsters in here. Stay alert. If it were me, I would have hidden a trap somewhere right around here. And why do you say that? Because the best way to trap someone is to lull them in with a sense of security. See?
Phantom? Master, look up. The chamber is filling with sand? Not just sand. There's gold coins mixed in. That doesn't matter right now.
I guess that ancient god has answered my prayers. My childhood dream of being buried in treasure might finally be a reality.
This is no time for jokes.
Don't worry, there's always a way out. Isn't there, Evan?
What? Why are you looking at me?
'Cause it was your words that brought us here. And now, you're going to sink with the ship if you don't get us out. Of course you would gamble our fates on this child. What can Evan hope to do? You have no faith, Luminous. Heroes are forged in fire. It's time to discover what happens when Evan is on fire.
I'm with them, Evan. Tell us what to do, or we die. Just give me a moment to think. What is long in the morning, short at noon, and long again at night? Shadows. The shadows were important. Maybe that really was his riddle from the start. Luminous, we need to use your light. Use your orb to cast the statue's shadow on the wall. I think it's working. Not yet. There's 2 statues.
Skills are treasure. Stealing is my forte.
Everyone follow me.
Oh, that went better than I expected. Good job, Evan.
Evan, you were right. If we had forced our way through, we would have never heard the gatekeeper's riddle. You two truly are the successors of Freud and Afrien. You really think so?
Another door.
There's something written next to the door. The treasures of Abraxas may not leave this place.
Hand it over, scoundrel. I knew you'd lay blame on me. You think I would reasonably suspect anyone else when we have self-proclaimed master thief in our midst? If you're so certain I took something, then why don't you try to take it back?
Stop it, both of you! I think these must have fell into my pockets earlier.
You were saying, Luminous? You can hardly call my presumptions unjustified. Sure. Forgiven.
That's the case? Then why hasn't the door opened? I'm sorry. I take back what I said earlier. You've got a long way to go to catch up with Freud and Afrien. Finally outside. Was there always this huge ravine in the middle of the Nile desert? No, it must have been created when the ruin moved above the sand. Everyone look! Is that my most powerful card? The Blue Eyes White Dragon! That's it! The ancient relic of Abraxas! This would be the perfect opportunity for another trap. Or perhaps the bad guys to sneak up on it. You're never allowed to speak another word. I think I got this. I can push them back. Really now? Evan, stand back. You don't exactly have iframes, Princess. We could be stuck here for hours if we keep fighting them. Hours? For these trash mobs? Aran? Shade? Long time no see, Aran. I was wondering what those loud noises were. Should have suspected it would be no one other than you. You really managed to convince everyone to come. Not bad, Evan. Glad you guys made it, but what took you? There seems to be thousands of them lurking in the Nile desert. Thousands of them? Yes. It seems Damien knew you'd come here and arranged for his soldiers to follow you. I suspect Damien may have allowed us to escape slumbering Dragon Island. He's searching for something in these ruins as well. If that's the case, I don't know what it is that Freud left behind, but we need to hurry. Yeah, what are you waiting for? Get out of here. We'll cover your exit. Thank you. I'll leave it to you two then. This feels strangely familiar. Back then, you held an entire army at bay by yourself. Did I? I don't remember that. This time, you won't do it alone. Alright, then I'm counting on you to watch my back. Line them up. Knock them down. And what about the ones that don't line up? They won't bother us. You are entirely too slow! What is it now? Evan, you're up. The relic isn't reacting to me. I thought just being a Dragon Master would help me here. Well, think of another idea. There's no time to lose. You expect far too much of yourself. You're still a child, no matter which way you look at it. You've never had a proper teacher, nor proper training. However, that doesn't mean you are not capable. Right now, your mind is flooded with self-doubt. A magician must have confidence in himself if he ever hopes to truly be as great as Freud. Confidence in myself. You must remember the reason that Freud brought you here. The relic? What changed? Freud. I always doubted myself. From the moment I first met Mira, until this very moment. I couldn't understand why. I was just an ordinary farm boy. Why I was entrusted with this power, with this fate. I want to discover what it is that you left for me here, Freud. I want to prove that I am worthy of your legacy. Flying relic. I've never seen anything like this. Seems all our efforts have paid off. Our quest would have been much simpler if you'd simply kept your mouth shut. Looks like you two haven't changed. Freud. Freud, are you still alive? I'm afraid I can't answer that question, as I'm not the real Freud. More of a message in a bottle. I suppose the real Freud must have passed on long ago. I see. It has been hundreds of years after all. Even having you here like this, the 5 of us are finally together again. You mean the 6? Freud? The spell I created to seal the Black Mage required a sacrifice to be carried out. The greatest of all sacrifices. The 5 of us remember one another, which means
There really was 6. Sorry, but I don't remember your name. What shall I call you? Shade. Shade. It was the name given to me by a dear friend. Shade. It's good to see you again. Freud. And I see. A new Dragon Master has risen to the call. You must be my successor.
I don't know about that. I'm just an ordinary family of farmers and hennesses.
Dragon Masters are not bound by blood, but rather the ties to destiny. I've been looking forward to finally meeting you.
We spoke to Freud of many things. Upon hearing Afrien's fate, he was more deeply pained than any of us. And yet, it was he who consoled Mirror, and he told us of an ancient object from a time beyond reckoning.
It's an object of primordial power that has existed since the world was born. I call it the Transcendent Stone. I still don't know what the exact origin of the function or the substance, but I know that it's more important than you can imagine. A way of protecting the future of this world I knew you would one day return to. I discovered the substance with the eye of Abraxas, but I never figured out how to reach the dimension that it's located within. I knew you would all use Abraxas to find it someday. The thing that I never could.
If what you say is true, it sounds like we have a long journey still ahead of us.
Yes, but not all of us. I'm afraid my journey ended long ago. I suspect that this conjuration may be all that remains of me in this world. My time in this world is officially over. My story, long since told. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. You never changed, Freud. You appear out of nowhere, rope us into some ridiculous quest. And this time, you want us to do it without you? We've only just found each other after all these years, and you're leaving so soon.
Freud, if this is farewell, I don't know what to say. I haven't even recovered all my memories of you yet, but I know that you're someone that was precious to all of us.
Thank you. And I will never forget my journey with all of you.
Wait, Freud.
Evan, I leave them in your hands.
I still have so much that I need to ask you.
You'll be able to find the answers on your own. After all, you're the legendary Dragon Master.
I still have so many things I wanted to say to him.
As do we all, Mercedes. What can we really do? Freud was always like that. Well then, we have our marching orders. We do need a new leader. There's only one person fit for the job. That's right. Agreed.
Luminous? You too?
Evan, you'll make a fine leader.
But I literally don't get how any of you decided that. I've been following all you guys. You're the true carries here. But, I mean, if you want me to, try to guide you guys around, I don't feel right. Guys, please stop staring at me.
You should enjoy the view, after all. This was Freud's parting gift.